All right, you guys, before we take a super deep dive into all these sweet guitars, I want to give a big shout out to Gibson for providing these amazing 2019 custom shop guitars. If you want to find out more about Gibson and what they're up to, click the link in the description. Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, hanging out at this awesome place called Songbirds Guitar Museum. We're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm hanging out with David Davidson, the curator of this amazing experience here. So thank you again.
Good to see you, Marty.
It's great to see you. And also, let's give a big shout out to Gibson Guitars. They've not donated, but loaned us some custom shops here. And so what we've been doing is we've been taking some brand new 2019 Gibson custom shop guitars and just comparing them and contrasting them with their vintage counterparts. If there's ever a place to do it, it's right here at Songbirds Guitar Museum. But can you tell me what this particular one is?
Yeah, that is a Gibson historic 1957 Les Paul model gold top, and you know, a really faithful recreation of the original, which is what I'm holding here. This is like the shot heard around the world, because basically when Gibson came out with this guitar in 1957, it was like a half-year model, and what they did is they put the first humbucking pickups, the patent applied for, or PAFs, that everybody goes crazy over, were the first humbucking pickups in a solid body guitar. And I gotta tell you, it just kind of woke the guitar up, gave it a whole new sound, eliminated that nasty 60 cycle hum that could drive you crazy.
Yep.
You know, every time you'd stop playing, you'd be hearing your amp, you know, just hissing away in the background. And this was a revolutionary move by Gibson.
Bucking the hum.
Yeah, bucking the hum. So when Gibson set out to make these things years ago, they had some of the elements of the guitar correct, and as evolution has come on, now they're dialing them in so much that, I mean, you just played them both, and it's pretty darn good. You know? I mean, they really, you know, talk about putting your best foot forward. There's a lot of science that goes into this that I can't even begin to understand.
Do you know much about the difference with like the pickups in this to the original PAFs?
Well, I know that they have gone a long way to scientifically redesign the sound.
Like analyzing.
Yeah, they do a lot.
I
mean, listen, they have no shortage of original guitars. They have come here. They have called us on the phone. They have taken apart original pickups on guitars to try and figure out how to do it right. You know. The only thing that's hard to do is to replicate something that's actually 60 years old or more. You know, you can't make new wood old, but they've done an incredible job of getting super close.
Yeah, and so these custom shops here, I wouldn't say they're relict, but they're just adding, you can see a little bit of...
Yeah, a little wear and tear.
Little wear and tear, like, but just enough to age it a little bit.
Absolutely. The idea is this guitar is out there to mimic the idea of somebody who bought a guitar, played it a few times, and put it under the bed.
When I was playing that one, there was something magical about that one right there.
Yeah, this is a 58. So
okay.
it's technically 1 year later than this guitar is supposed to be represented to be. However, they're virtually identical. There's really no difference between 57 and 58. The only thing is in 1958, halfway through the year, they stopped making the gold top and they started the sunburst finish, which is now called a burst, which everybody goes crazy over.
Right.
And the price reflects that. This is every bit the same guitar. It is just a different color.
It's maybe not as rare as the burst?
Yeah, they're not as rare as the bursts. And the public persona is that, you know, the burst was the guitar that all the famous people played and made famous. But, you know, you could see Dwayne Allman or Dickie Betts playing one of these and they made them sound really good.
Yeah. Any other tidbits about this particular one? Like, how did you guys, do you remember how you acquired this one for the museum?
I did. I can tell you right away. I bought this guitar from a guy that I know named Hank in South Carolina. And Hank is one of the guys that at my business, Well Strung Guitars in New York, what we've done is we have people out there in the field that basically find guitars for us. We'll be more than happy to pay them a finder's fee to come up with something great. And this is one of those guitars. And this is more than 10 years ago we've had this guitar. This is a great guitar.
Can I ask you, the holy grail of Les Pauls is the 59 burst?
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, there's not a tremendous difference between 58, 59, and 60. 58 had the smaller frets. 60, the neck was a little thinner. So that's why 59 has the large frets and the larger neck. So that's known as the Holy Grail guitar.
I don't know the next time I'm going to be playing a 58 Les Paul Gold Top. So can I play us out?
Sure.
All
Let's
right.
do that.
Well, once again, I want to thank David Davidson of Songbird's Guitar Museum. You guys got to check it out. We're going to leave a link below. And then also big thanks again to Gibson.
Yeah, I mean, they're a great team over there, and they've made great strides under this new ownership, and they're so committed, you know. And
From my perspective, seeing how much emphasis they were putting into music education,
Yep.
and you know, really kind of doubling down on that made me feel really, really good. So thank you to Songbird's Guitar Museum, Gibson Guitars, obviously.